I saw one news pundit screaming about Kanye. She said, mental health is no excuse for that type of language. Yes, it is, bitch.
Despite all the drama around him, more people are showing their support for Kanye West. Recently, comedian Dave Chapelle made some shocking comments regarding the alleged plot by the entertainment industry to discredit the rapper. In the middle of this fiasco, Chapelle is the only person ready to speak out about the possibility that Hollywood's elite is working against West and everything as part of their dirty little plan to sabotage him. In fact, Chapelle's most recent interview has caused a lot of buzz online, and some people are asking whether his charges are true. If you want to find out more about this hot issue, make sure you keep watching. Everything started to fall after the rapper, also popularly known as Ye, wore a very controversial shirt during Paris Fashion Week. After this, almost every brand he worked with started dropping him, while he got roasted on the internet for his actions. Things only got uglier in the days that followed as West started to upload Instagram postings about his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, making the same accusations he made earlier this year that she and her family kidnapped his daughter Chicago and forbade him from seeing her at her 4th birthday party. As expected, the other famous family members stepped in and tried to intervene. Khloe Kardashian even begged her ex-brother-in-law to stop, but it didn't help at all. Instead, Kanye continued to bombard them with accusations one after the other. If you think the rapper is done, then think again. Despite receiving a tremendous amount of backlash, Ye went on an interview with Tucker Carlson for Fox News, discussing the significance of the White Lives Matter shirt he was wearing. "I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance," Kanye explained. The next day, Meta, the parent company of Instagram, blocked his account for breaking its rules and guidelines after he posted an anti-Semitic comment on Instagram. Moreover, his Twitter account was momentarily locked for the same issue. Because of his actions, tons of celebrities can't help but comment about their disappointment. Kim Kardashian is one of them. In a tweet, the variety show star said, "Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end." Even Jamie Lee Curtis revealed how emotional she was after reading the rapper's statements. When asked about it, the award-winning author said, "I burst into tears. I woke up and burst into tears. DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? What are you doing?" Because of his actions, more stars from Hollywood would comment about Kanye, and in a span of a year, he became one of the most controversial names in the industry. Despite what he is receiving, his friends have expressed their support for the rapper. One of the most vocal is comedian Dave Chapelle. In fact, he insisted that everything that went wrong was because the industry was trying to frame the rapper and make him look like a bad person. How? Well, here's what the comedian has to say. Kanye West's close buddy Dave Chapelle recently disclosed that the rapper has been outspoken against the dubious business practices of some influential figures in the entertainment industry. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Chapelle, a longtime personality of the entertainment business, also provided stunning insights into the inner workings of the Hollywood's elites.
I forgot the hostility of the environment of show business. It's it's not a docile environment. It's a challenging environment.
Yes. He talked openly about the pressure he encountered early in his career and how certain people tried to use it to control him.
It's not the fame, it's what?
It's the way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Yeah.
It's infuriating to me.
His admissions have generated controversy. He also claimed that he had seen some worrying things happen. Dave went on to say that his own experience had taught him that the best defense against these dangerous people was to keep his distance. On top of that, the comedian revealed that what Kanye said about people being used as sacrifices is true. Speaking more about the matter, Chapelle discussed how he witnessed very disturbing events himself, and that the industry is darker than people imagined it to be. While most of his statements are nothing short of controversial, a lot of fans still love him for that. In one tweet, a fan even pointed out that only Chapelle can do this, sharing a clip of the comedian commenting about Caitlyn Jenner's Woman of the Year award. This fan said, "They hate Dave Chapelle because he speaks the truth. They hate us because we listen to Dave, realize how ridiculous the lie has been, and laugh our asses off." Another added, "I love Dave, points out inconvenient truths and social commentary. Doesn't matter if you agree with all or not. Some get that, some don't." Speaking of speaking out, Chapelle was one of the very few who made a comment about Kanye's White Lives Matter shirt, but a lot of people expected him to say something about it. To the amusement of many in attendance, Chapelle made an attempt to provide West with some satirical solace through his SNL monologue by providing him with some much-needed PR advice.
I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time.
Nonetheless, the comedian chose not to address the uproar around the allegedly sexist, homophobic, and transphobic remarks he allegedly made in his 2021 Netflix special, The Closer. Yet, Chapelle did attempt to imply similarities between the unfavorable response sparked in both instances, making a number of provocative and incisive remarks that appeared to be directed at West's expense. Despite seemingly dissing his friend, Chapelle concluded that he doesn't find Kanye crazy.
Listen, okay, I don't think Kanye is crazy at all. I think he's possibly not well. Well, I've been to Hollywood. I don't want y'all to get mad at me. I'm just telling you, I've been to Hollywood. This was just what I saw.
And just like that, he started implying that maybe, just maybe, the fact that there are a lot of Jews in the industry is not as positive as everyone thought it would be, and that Ye was only pointing out how these people are trying to control Hollywood.
It's a big deal. He had broken the show business rules. This is a rule, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob, but if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and he should never speak about it.
He was not the first one to point this out. Jews in Hollywood were the target of conspiracy theories from the very start. Joseph Breen, who for decades oversaw the industry's production code office and worked to make pictures acceptable to Catholic morality groups, blamed the Jews for smuggling sex, violence, and moral depravity into the movies since there were so many Jews in power in Hollywood's early years. Soon after, Chapelle found himself in a similar situation with his friend. After the monologue, the Anti-Defamation League was quick to denounce Chapelle's act, calling it anti-Semitic. Speaking more about the act, Pamela Nadell, a professor at an American university who researches anti-Semitism, told the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, "I was very disturbed to see him speaking to millions of people using a lot of anti-Semitic tropes." On the other hand, the reaction to the monologue was 50-50. There were fans who applauded him, while others weren't very impressed. In one tweet, this fan said, "The realest person to be on The Office versus some people talking like no normal person talks. Chapelle nailed it on SNL." On the contrary, this fan was not impressed, saying, "Was it funny when our people were put in shackles? Was that funny? Was it funny when we put in the hull of ships not having space to sit and breathe and throw up on each other? Being a slave wasn't funny. I'm sure you didn't like Hitler burning you in those enclosed buildings to burn." In the end, Chapelle said what he said. He believes that the industry is trying to silence his friend because he knows too much and is not afraid to tell the world about what he knows. Recently, Kanye also defended Chapelle from all the hate he was receiving. Ye and Hoover Jr. made an appearance on Drink Champions where Noriega asked Ye about the recent controversy involving Dave Chapelle, his longtime friend, who recently made some transphobic remarks in his stand-up special, The Closer. At present, Kanye is still very vocal about his beliefs, and it seems like no amount of hate is enough to keep him quiet. Sadly, it was reported that his remarks had triggered numerous anti-Semitic incidents, and a lot of people are upset about it. This fan is obviously furious, saying, "No, he has freedom of speech, which means being allowed to be a piece of crap." Fortunately, we don't have to buy his crap, and companies can refuse to service him. You could refuse to eat in any restaurant that serves him. That's about as much as can be done. While another one said, we all need to be held responsible for the actions of our free speech incites. What made it worse was the fact that he doesn't even want to apologize for his remarks. When asked if he was willing to say sorry, he declined and even defended his decision by reiterating what Chapelle had suggested about the Jews taking control of Hollywood.
I think you should say to the Jewish people, I'm sorry for the offensive language I used in that tweet. I wouldn't do that again. This is what I really meant. I think people would respect you if you said that. I don't know why you can't just say that.
You know when I'll say it? When I sit down with the people who write out the contracts for the NBA and for the NFL and for professional music and for acting contracts. We need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels. And we're going to put them all in one room. And we're going to read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Jordan's
okay, but why would any of that? Okay, but why would any of that? Why would any of that?
Hey, bro, I ain't finished.
Well, how about you? Do you think Chapelle's statements are true? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more. See you!